Hello, how you doing? This is a different type of video today. This I'm calling quick tips. For anybody who, like a Guitar League member who might own a Tonewood amp or is thinking about buying a Tonewood amp, I got some quick little tips here for you that I hope will help make your experience with it better. I was jamming the other day with, there were 4 guys in the room, 3 of which own Tonewood amps, but only 1 of which uses it very much. So I thought I'd make this to help people more understand it and get better enjoyment out of it. So my first tip, we're talking about a Tonewood amp. My first tip is when you're not using the amp, I recommend that you pop the batteries out of it and store it without the batteries or without a cable sticking in it, because like a pedal, if you don't have the pedal plugged into power, but you have it plugged into an amp or something, it draws the battery down, and the same thing would happen with this. Plus, you know, like old flashlights that have batteries in them forever, they get corroded and then you ruin your amp. So take out the batteries when you're not using it. The next tip I want to give you is on December 19, 2020, which is just a little while ago, Tonewood put out a firmware update for these amps. And the only reason I even came across it was there's a little QR block right on the front of the amp. And if you stick your iPhone or something on that to take a picture of that, it'll take you to a tip section or to their owner's manual. Well, I did that. I don't know why I did that, and it said, hey, there's an update ready for you. So I went actually to the website and I got the update. And the cool thing about the update, there's 2 cool things. One is it's a firmware update that takes out a lot of the bugs that might have been in here. So you update that. Then you go back in a second time and there's an effects change. So it does an update where it changes an effect in here that used to be called overdrive, which was basically useless for an acoustic guitar because it was should have been called feedback, but it wasn't. But they replaced it with a chorus effect, which is really cool and makes so much more sense with a acoustic guitar. The third tip is, and first let me plug it into a regular guitar. I bought this because I had a guitar that with a real thin body, an acoustic guitar that didn't have a lot of volume. So I bought this to increase the volume. However, you can buy more than one of the little X frames that hold it on. It's magnetic. You put an X frame in your guitar and you stick it on there. And then you can turn, it's got a little on and off button. And when it comes on, it tells you what the battery life is. You know, like right now it says 4.6. And I've turned it to this new chorus feature that's on here now. And I'm hoping that through the mics, through my iPad, you can hear this. It's really a cool new feature, I think. You know, this has reverbs, 3 different kind of reverbs. It has delay, it has a Leslie, it has a tremolo, it has a automatic wah, which is kind of fun every once in a while. And now this chorus, I think, is the best of all of them. The other little tip I wanted to give you was, let's say that you were, I don't know, whatever, playing a little coffee shop or something, and you had an additional little amp or a PA system that had some effects in it. You can plug into the back of the Tonewood. There's 2 plugs back there. One goes into your guitar, and the other one is an output that you could plug into an amp. And the reason I think that this is kind of cool is, A lot of these amps have effects in them. You can also control your volume with your guitar too, so you're not feeding back too much. So if you plug into an amp, you could use, let's say, chorus from your Tonewood amp, and then if it had a feature like delay and reverb on the amp, you put it there. So now you got 3 features going at the same time: delay, reverb, and chorus, which on an acoustic can give you a much fuller sound. Or you could pick like a reverb on your amp, and then maybe do a delay on here, and then you could change it. You could go from delay to chorus to whatever right from your guitar, so you don't have to mess around with amps or PAs. So I hope these little tips help. I'm going to stick up a couple of pictures along with this. You can update the firmware through, a Mac or a PC, and it's really pretty easy. I'll put the instructions to the PC up there. But you just go to their website, go to support, go to updates, and you'll find it. Just update the firmware first, and then go back and update the effect. And I think you're going to enjoy your Tonewood amp so much more.